now, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go. Let's do this. One, 622. Switch. Shoot. 11B. Slam. 12. 57 to Mike. After this.
Luck on first down. And Brate, the tight end's got it. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And now Bruce Arians, with the play clock running low, is going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Let's go, Mexico. Shit. 22 jet bombers. Hey, quick.
Here's Love. Being chipped, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Hassan Reddick showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Now Love. You never want to give up a sack from the O-line's perspective. Brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now it's Peterson. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Johnson. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Levante David, the Bucs' leading tackler, 6 of the last 7 years in there to make the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
This is Kenyon Drake, the 4th-year man from Alabama. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this off. But I'm the best, and now he's trying to prove it, hoping to get back to the production that sent him to the Pro Bowl in 2016. That would certainly help his rookie quarterback. This is Johnson, the fullback. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body, getting to him before he can get started.
And now Murray's going to set up the throw. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. That goes for 14 yards. 1st down, Cardinals.
A gain of 14.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to... Can't really hide him, but the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Off the draw, here's Johnson. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second and 11 now. Murray steps away to his left. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's third down. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is third down and 8. Throwing is Murray on third down. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
Goes up to how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Check out. 5, 6, 5. 12. Check safety. Check out.
To throw again on second down. Luck. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
First down at the 45-yard line.
57's right. I'm coming. On. Shit. 12. Check 49. Hey, 12 who?
On first down, Luck. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Scott Miller with his first career NFL touchdown. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. After 7-0 on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league, so even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a the Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Bumps up the helmet. Here we go.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
12.
Watch the back.
Off of play action. Luck. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. And even 50 yards.
Banjo.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Saquon Barkley with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized. Well coached and extremely confident in what they do.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Murray now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They'll run with Drake, and he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running, it's Drake. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throw caught here by Bird. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley flashed the stick skills but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And always a good 1st half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the 1st half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking there for T.J. Jones, and it's 2nd down.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. Looking downfield for Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing again, Murray. The pass complete. It's Bird. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Nice pass that time by the #1 pick, Kyler Murray. Also drafted 9th in the Major League Baseball draft. He's the only person ever to be taken top 10 in both sports. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Carl Nassib in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's Murray. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So a couple of 1st downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
A good return there, 17 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
57's the mic.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Now a first down throw. Lock. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
12.
57. Mike, 57. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Check 99. 40. Easy. Alert.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kendall Beckwith. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there, but, maybe this game, it's not over yet.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Kendall Beckwith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. And he's got some space here.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 20. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, Yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes where those nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On second down, it's Drake. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now Murray off play action. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Shaquille Barrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First throw down for the backup Kessler. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Go. Hold. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
Hey, Echo.
You. 57.
Looking to throw, Kessler. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Now Kessler. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete.
Ready. Let's go.
That's good for a Buccaneers first down.
On first down, Kessler. And his throw here's incomplete. The tight end Cameron Brate was the target. And now it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Kessler yet again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something.
And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. They stay on the ground with Drake. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. Give him 58 yards on the ground. On first down, Drake. Again, he finds an opening. 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Kenyon Drake, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for two. Now Murray. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here. It's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey, orbit.
57's the mic. Watch out.
And now it's Kessler. He's got Evans. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Back now in Tampa. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On first down, it's Jones. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They'll run it with Jones. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Love. And Brate, the tight end's got it. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. The Bucs on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They'll go to Barkley again. He's got the first down inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. From 6 yards away as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, he's looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. To throw is Murray. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
11B. 57's the mic. Rock 57. 3 bucks.
Here we go on 4th. Lock. And he'll find Hall. And he gets it down to the 48. Enough for the first. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Check your hot read. Win the rep. Let's go right here.
Hey, check. Close.
Mike 57. Let's go, D.
Buzz.
57 to Mike.
Throwing now. Luck. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Bring the mirrors back and go full strength. Check 50.
12.
Mike's 57's Mike.
They snap it to Locke. And this is incomplete. The safety, T.J. McDonald, getting in there to break that one up. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the post-game press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Let's go, D.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Motion, motion, pump, 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 pump. 11. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
After the interception, it's Love. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Byron Murphy, the first pick of the second round there defensively.
Coverage by Byron Murphy.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, get in the weight room.
Luck gonna throw it. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's gonna get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. He's got it, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bucs, the win will move them to 7-2.